Hi, I'm Turker Hidalar, CEO of iConn Technologies, and I'm here with our project engineer, Fabian Herman. And today we're going to talk about the ideal project, how your engineering project should look from pre-production, DFM through DVT and PVT runs. What are the common problems that customers are encountering for the ideal project that they're aiming for?
So companies need design for manufacturability analysis, which is also known as DFM, which requires resources, skills, or tools which customers may don't have. Additionally, companies also don't know how to realize their product when it comes to manufacturing processes on the real manufacturing floor. And iConn comes into place when they need our guidance to do so.
So how do companies solve these problems with regards to the ideal project? When customers engage with a manufacturer, it is highly recommended that a mutual NDA is signed at the beginning of the engagement. This will make sure that the customer's IP, intellectual property, is at all time protected. It also invites the manufacturer to speak more openly about initial ideas that could be exchanged, so their IPs are protected equally. After the pre-DFM review, you're moving into the actual DFM, which includes many disciplinary participants from other team members, the electromechanical team, the production team, the quality team, the product engineers, the tooling teams. What do they contribute to the DFM and what are they ideally looking for?
What usually happens throughout the DFM process is we're looking into the details of dimensions as well as specifications of materials, which type of materials you can use, and also give the customer kind of a recommendation if they need a recommendation of specific materials. And what we also have in our system too is to perform a mold flow analysis when it comes to plastic injection molding. Once this all is settled and there's no issues regarding manufacturability any longer, then we would move into the next stage, which is the design verification testing.
So the design for manufacturability analysis, you mentioned plastics, but a product will have cables, metal parts, machine parts, there's an assembly process. And the DFM system is used to map everything out, how these individual parts are to be manufactured, inspected, coming out of the tool, how they are transported when they're done in different facilities, and how the product comes together and is finally being tested. Everything is designed to verify for repeatability and scalability. So now that the ideal DFM services have been provided, and there's a lot of documentation involved in this process, the engineering teams want to verify what is being done so far. What are the next stages?
So the next stage would be to go into the DVT stage, meaning design verification testing. And at this stage, we would go ahead and do prototyping, where we have iConn in-house 3D printers, for instance, SLA and SLS 3D printers, as well as what we can do is soft tooling. So after the DVT run, what comes next?
So we are actually building the tools. The tools are being designed and a fabrication schedule is being worked out. We do first article qualifications out of those tools, but we still have to do the PVT, the production verification run, after that first article. And we want to test in there specifically whether we have a manufacturing system that can now realize the goals of the customer. And in the PVT process, we are making sure that all SOPs are very well documented so that the assembly people know exactly what they need to do. That the quality people overshadowing the quality process over that production system. And in the PVT, you also even test whether your packaging requirements that the customer is asking for are realizable and are able to carry the weight, the load, and provide the integrity of the system so that end customers have the product solidly in their hand once they receive it. So when you work with iConn, a project manager dedicated to your account is going to make sure that your project is led through this process that we just talked about. Throughout this process, we are very focused in documenting everything, creating drawings, SOPs, testing specifications with you that can be realized on the floor. And these documentations are going to add the value and assurance that you need to trust iConn to complete your project successfully.
Thank you for joining us as we talked about the ideal project. And for more information, please download our engineering services case study at the link below.